Moving on in rational numbers, let us find out what a rational number looks like. When do you call it a rational number? What are the conditions to be followed? As well as let us see what are the rules are applicable in rational numbers. Let us learn in this session further about rational numbers. So, there are some conditions to be obeyed in rational numbers. The first one is, as I told you already, P by Q form where Q is not equal to 0. If you remember in my last session, I have told already, I'll be discussing about why Q should not be 0, and we will discuss in a minute about that. So, before that, you remember that it should be in this form or this form or this one. Any one of these are the representations of P by Q form. So, definitely they are in P by Q form and it is a rational number. These are some examples. Now, let us see. I have two questions. One is what if, say example 7, okay, 7 by 0, and what if 0 by 7. See the conditions here. Here my numerator is, let's see here, the numerator is a number or an integer, I can say, and then denominator is 0. Here denominator is 0, here numerator is 0. Okay, I just rounded off whichever is a 0. Okay, so let's analyze these two things separately. One, if my 0 is in the denominator, 0, let me write little neatly, 0 in denominator, 0 in numerator. Now what happens? Let us check. Say for instance, I am taking this 7 by 0, 7 by 0. If it was any number, what you do? You write 0 here, 7 inside, because you have, this is the dividend, this is the divisor. 0 how many times? 7 zeros are. So I will write 7. Okay, again 0 ones are also I can write. See for instance, here 0 zeros are 0 only, 0 ones are also 0 only, zeros 1000 times also 0 only. Which number I should fix? This or this or this? Which one I can fix? See, analyze again. See, if it's 7 by 0, then I write 0 outside, 7 inside, and I try to divide. 0 times 0 is 0, 0 times 1 is again 0, 0 times 1000 also 0, 0 into any number is 0. Now, which number I should fix as the quotient then? It's very uncertain, isn't it? If it is so uncertain that I can't pick the number itself, that's the reason we call it undefined. It is so uncertain that we can't say which quotient will give me the correct result. All the quotients are giving the exact result, isn't it? So, here it is the uncertainty which is leading this value of 7 by 0 to, we call it as not defined condition. So, we also call it infinity, but further we will, when we are learning in higher classes, we will learn about that. But now restrict ourselves that it is not defined. We cannot define it because it is not certain. It's not at all certain. Okay. So, similarly, you write any number on the numerator. Denominator is 0. Once denominator is 0, that's all. It's an N. You should call it not defined. ND, not defined. Okay. Now, what happens if it is 0 by 7? Let's see 0 by 7. 7 outside, 0 inside. 7 how many times should be a 0? 7 into what can give me a 0? 0 only can give me a 0, isn't it? So, 7 zeros are 0. So, here 0 is nothing but my quotient. That's why 0 by 7 is 0. Okay. Say for instance, 0 by 5. 0 by 5 is another question I am taking. 5 outside, 0 inside. not only 5, you can take 15 if you want 15 also you can take. 15 zeros are 0. What is my quotient? Every time 0 only. So 0 in the numerator by any number in the denominator will be a 0. That is the reason. Now how it is relevant to our aspect of seeing these rational numbers. Q should not be 0. What do I mean by that? If my denominator is 0, I come into uncertainty condition where I cannot talk about rational number. That's the reason Q should not be 0. This topic of 0 in the denominator is connected to this one. Okay. So if it is a 0, if there is a number in the denominator, integers, we defined already p comma q should be an integer. Though 0 is an integer, it cannot be in the denominator, it can be in the numerator, of course. You can get a numerator as 0, no problem, no doubt in that. But if you are getting a denominator with 0, then you cannot define the number, and that's the reason while defining a rational number, we specify this condition being q not equal to 0, which means the denominator is not equal to 0. This is not simply the q, he is referring to that the denominator should never be 0 if at all you are considering a rational number as p by q. This is the meaning of it. Okay. So let's see one more thing. The second thing is n stands for natural numbers. We already discussed in the previous session. W stands for whole numbers. I or Z stands for integers. All these come under the category of rational numbers only. They are all under the category of rational numbers. They are subsets of rational numbers. If you know sets, you must be knowing that is what is a subset. But if you don't know, it is like your house has 4 or 5 rooms. Say one is a living room, one is a bathroom, one is a restroom. Bathroom, restroom the same. One is a bedroom, like that. Okay, drawing area. So there are 4 or 5 rooms in a house. All these come under the main set called house. These are subsets. The rooms are the subsets, like that. Under rational numbers category, we have natural numbers, whole numbers, and integers as well. Okay. The third rule is Q should be all. How do you write when you call a rational number positive? How can a rational number be positive? I can say rational number positive. Say for instance, I have 5 by 7. Plus 5 by plus 7 is 5 by 7. So it is positive. I have minus 5 by minus 7. These minus get cancelled and still it becomes 5 by 7. You understand this? I'll rewrite this to make you understand better. I write the number minus 5 by minus 7 is equals to, and then I'll change the color to show you that if I cancel these minuses, I can write 5 by 7, still the positive number. So when you have same sign for both numerator and denominator, then you get a positive rational number. Q stands for rational number, so I am writing using short forms. Positive rational number. You have to get used to it. When you use those symbols, that's when you will remember them. Words you can of course remember anyways. The symbols are important, we need to remember them. So same sign for both numerator and denominator. It can be both positive. So I can say it can be both positive or both negative, isn't it? That's how you get a positive number. Now what about a rational number which is negative? Rational number, negative rational number. You want a rational number which is negative. So similar way, I am taking the same example. Minus 5 by plus 7, plus 5 by minus 7. Remember this thing, here there is a condition you have to remember. You have a minus symbol in the numerator, fine, you will write minus 5 by 7. You have a minus symbol in the denominator, you need to bring that up and write minus 5 by 7. How do you get this one? Let's see this, okay. First thing we write, it is minus 5 by 7 is what we can write. How is the question mark we get, right? So let us write plus 5 by minus 7. Okay, 1, you have to write this as minus of 5 by 7. I am taking the minus like a common symbol for the whole number, which is 5 by 7. I mean, not the whole number, I should say the entire number. I mean the entirety here. Okay, so if you write this way, minus 5 by 7 can be rewritten like this. So that's actually the another rule. In rational numbers, you never keep the negative symbol in the denominator. You never keep this negative symbols in the denominator, throw it on the numerator. Because the other one will be positive, you can write like that. There is other way of telling this. Plus 5 by minus 7, if I multiply with minus 1 and multiply with minus 1 on both sides, both numerator and denominator, I can write it as minus 5 by plus 7. This is another way of writing, but I prefer to this one. Okay, and then let's see one more rule. Okay, let's see that. Suppose conditions, still conditions, we are checking the conditions in Q, that is rational numbers, isn't it? So let us see one more. So previously we had one. The fifth one is P by Q is a rational number. Okay, you multiply with a number, same number, then you get 3P by 3Q, which can get cancelled back and form P by Q. So similarly, I can add P by Q multiply with some number, non-zero number I can say. So I can write Pn by Qn. Example, say for instance 5 by 3 into 2 into 2. It can be written as 10 by 6. Further cancel it, you will get 5 by 3, correct? So this is, you can use this concept reverse actually. 10 by 6 is given, you can convert into actual rational form, because this still has something as common 2, isn't it? You can bring back to the original form. Similarly, it applies with the division as well. This is multiplication, this is division now. Division concept also same thing. P by Q, P divided with the, say for instance some 7, Q is divided with some 7. I can write this as P by 7 by Q by 7. Can I write this as P by 7 into 7 by Q? I can reciprocate it, isn't it? 7 cancel, so I can write get P by Q back, isn't it? But I don't want to cancel it, I just keep it like this. I can write 7P by 7Q, still the same thing like previous one. So overall you have a division, you have divided a number P by Q with the same numbers in the numerator as well as denominator. Still your rational number, entire rational number doesn't change, it remains the same, except the numbers are different. In this case, for instance, example, say for instance same 5 by 3 I'll take, divide with 2, divide with 2 here. Okay, what will happen? 5 by 2 by 3 by 2 I'll write, and then I'll write as 5 by 2 into 2 by 3, so 10 by 6. See, you can see that. So the concept is same basically. Okay, and then next one more rule we have is what is the standard form? As I always discuss, standard form is P by Q, where Q is not equal to 0 and HCF of P comma Q should be 1. This is the standard form. Except one, I discussed about this in the first session itself. Even now I have mentioned that it should be something should be common, then it should be 1 for a rational number which is in standard form. And the next one, say for instance I give you 9 by 15 example. Okay, is this in standard form? No. Why? I can further cancel out. So I'll change the color and I'll show you the representation. Further I can cancel 3 3s are 3 5s are, which is 3 by 5. Now this one is standard form, not this one. This was not in standard, this is standard form now. Okay, so this you understood better. Yes. Okay, let's see in the next session. Namaste, welcome to Adharva Nava. I am Sirisha and I teach mathematics and physics for CBSE, ICSE and IGCSE grade 6 to 10. To follow my classes, kindly subscribe to Adharva Nava, hit the bell icon for further notifications on different topics. Kindly share, comment to help others as well. Thank you.